What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing analysis on NVOS stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video I will show you first of all where we are on a price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you the news why this asset jumped out of the 20 cents price point all the way up and gained in a matter of just one session more than 150% to its value. And at the end of this video I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I have to say that this price action is quite interesting, especially its recent spike in price, because as I already mentioned, it bounced off the 20 cents price point. It had a triple bottom right here, and previously it formed some kind of bearish pattern. It was a descending triangle, and these type of patterns usually break out to the downside. But with the huge news from the fundamental standpoint, definitely it could go higher, and this is the pure evidence of one of this news. And guys, this is the first time when I cover this asset, and I think it is time to tell you something about this stock. And I follow this stock for quite some time, and I didn't do any videos because it was a it is basically a very speculative asset, and despite its quite harsh movement to the upside from its lowest point from mid of August till highest point, during which this asset gained almost 700%, and it is mind-blowing movement. If you zoom out to a daily time frame, you can see that this asset is in downtrend, and basically it is what it is. You have to be very cautious with your position. So what is this company about? Let me show you this definition. NVOS Integrated Sciences engages in the provision of medical services. The firm offers specialized physiotherapy, chiropractic care, occupational therapy, health care, laser therapeutics, and so on and so forth. So it is some kind of medical company, and it has quite a harsh movement to the upside. So what was the reason of the most recent price action? Let me show you this. If you try to Google NVOS stock and switch to news tab folder, you will find a lot of news directly related to its recent movement. And this is one of these news. We are on Seeking Alpha, and this article is titled NVOS Integrated Sciences signs $1 billion master collateral transfer agreement. And let me quote you these bullets. Health and wellness company NVOS Integrated Sciences said on Thursday that it has signed a $1 billion master collateral transfer agreement with Black Sheep Trust. NVOS shares were trading 64.18% higher post-market. The company intends to use the agreement for monetization for a period of up to 15 years. The transfer is expected to occur in one or more transactions during the current fiscal quarter. And guys, if you don't know what does it mean, if you don't know what is a collateral transfer agreement, you basically shouldn't enter any position in this asset, especially if you are not familiar with this company in general, if you don't know its fundamentals, if you don't know the sentiment and the upcoming potential catalyst regarding this asset. But I have to say that this asset recently became extremely popular. If you take a look on stocktwits.com website, you will find NVOS ticker symbol on the second place on the most active section. On top of that, if you try to find NVOS stock on YouTube search bar, you will find a lot of videos that are extremely bullish. And it is quite obvious that a lot of YouTubers try to benefit out of this momentum. Let me show you its list of institutional investors. You can see that some companies opened new positions like Vanguard. They opened a tiny position for about $35,000. And some other companies also opened a new position. It is a Cubist Systematic Strategies. They opened again tiny position for $19,000. But other companies reduced its position and they basically closed its position. So we have mixed filings. If you take a look on the list of insider tradings, you can see that the most recent filing was made back in April of this year, and one of the C-level executives purchased some of NVOS stocks, but the purchase by itself is not so high. In total, Olivia Robert Lateral bought about $22,000 in value in this stock. So it is not the huge, the most highest number of shares that was bought by a C-level executive of this company. That is why you have to be quite cautious. So what should we expect next from the technical standpoint? Let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, let's switch again to hourly time frame, and let me show you this price action from its swing low at about 6.8 cents to the current level. And we have to do a breakdown according to idiot wave theory. And let me show you that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves in here. That potentially is the third wave, internal third wave. And why I started basically not from the swing low or swing high, but from the middle of this structure. It is quite simple. This structure is not the most obvious one, and I had several potential options what might be the real breakdown. And to reduce all the risks and to make the most probable outcome, you can start with the third wave, because usually it has the highest volume. And definitely it might be the third wave inside the third wave. And on a slightly bigger scale, we might have something like this. From this bottom, we might have, this is our first wave, second, third, fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it is completed third wave on a slightly bigger scale. We have to adjust this tool. We have to adjust the degree of this wave. And then let me show you again on a slightly bigger scale. We have this is our first wave, and let me do it like this. Definitely it is the first wave, second. This entire wave is the third one, fourth. And potentially we might have another leg to the upside that will form the fifth wave. But I have a lot of doubts, and let me show you what are my doubts. So, first of all, we have the bottom of the fourth wave that is lower than the top of the first wave. We have an overlapping of these waves. This means we cannot count on this wave as the motive wave. As an impulsive motive wave, and this means we cannot hit higher targets with the top of the fifth wave. The second quite negative sign is this one, this most recent price action to the upside that didn't hit its previous swing high, and right after that, on the next session, as you can see, it lost, let me show you from this top to the current range, about 44% of its value. And guys, if you don't know what will be the conditions of its recent $1 billion collateral transfer agreement, if you don't know what does it mean from the fundamental standpoint and how it might perform, how this company might perform for upcoming 15 years, definitely you shouldn't rely on this news as the major catalyst for this asset. And if you want to just benefit out of this crazy price action, you should put your stop loss very tightly, and you have to know where are the crucial points for this asset. And if you still believe that this asset will hit higher targets, and a lot of YouTubers are still trying to push this asset higher, and I have to say that this asset doesn't have the highest market capitalization. As you can see, it is only $47.443 million. This means it might be very easily manipulated by major market makers. You basically has to have, let's say, less than $10 million in order to start the next major movement of this asset. That is why you have to be very cautious, and you have to know that if this asset breaks this bottom, it will be the first red flag, and I think we might see some consolidation phase during the very beginning of the next week for this asset somewhere here, and then we should break this range of support of 20 cents. It will be the first red flag. The second red flag will be definitely the breakout below the range of about 11.77 cents, because it is the bottom of the third wave, and if it breaks it, we will eliminate the movement to the upside, and it will be another corrective wave, and it will be another broken pattern. But so far, if you are risky enough and if you know how to manage properly your position, you can accumulate all the way down to this range from the current level all the way down to 20 cents. And it will be up to 28% of downside potential, with the anticipation that this asset will break this swing high and this swing high as well. And I have to say that it is less likely that it will happen, because I don't see any major announcements that might be the real catalyst for this asset, except this collateral transfer agreement. And guys, definitely you should be very cautious, and if you like my video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends and family, and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. See you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star